What review to Timmy's here. Since I'm doing my reviews for James Gunn movies in honor of the Suicide Squad, this one's a little bit of a cheat because this movie is technically not directed by James Gunn, but it definitely feels like a James Gunn movie, believe it or not. And here is my review for the horror film, The Belko Experiment. Now, I remember watching this film in theaters when it got released, and now The Belko Experiment is actually from the same director. It's of course from the same guy who gave us the Wolf Creek movies, and he also did that movie The Darkness, which was not so good. Of course, the guy's name is Greg McLean. Like I said, he gave us the Wolf Creek movies, which was pretty decent. The movie was of course scripted by James Gunn. He couldn't really direct the movie himself because he was of course busy with the Marvel films and all. So he decided to pitch this movie to. The film was of course released by Blumhouse. And let me just put it this way, The Belko Experiment is like Office Space meets Battle Royale. It's one of the most glorious, entertaining films I've had in years. The movie of course takes place in Mexico, and it's about like this ordinary day at this office that becomes horrific quest for survival. One of these 80 employees at this Belko Corp in Bogota, Colombia, learn that they are pawns in this deadly game here. And here they are, of course, trapped inside the building where this voice over the intercom ends up telling the staffers that the two co-workers must kill each other within 30 minutes, and if they don't and of course, these friends becomes enemies, so they pretty much have to, kill each other to survive. And if they don't cooperate, they'll actually, the guy over the intercom will actually detonate these explosives in these people's heads, because before they start working there, they put these tags, they'll staple these tags in the person's heads, and believe it or not, that is actually a bit of a bomb that's in their heads. So yeah, if they don't cooperate with what they want, with what the people want them to do, they will detonate it. Similar to the new Suicide Squad in a weird way. Now you see where they probably got that part from. But anywho, now Belko Experiment is one of the most fun, glorious films I've had. It's such a fun film to watch. Now, of course, the film is led by John Gallagher Jr., who's also best known for 10 Cloverfield Lane fame. You also had Tony Goldwyn, who plays plays like one of Belko Industries, named Barry and Norris. You had loads of other cool characters in this. Like you had the likes of Melody Diaz was also in this. Audra Jonah, I think her name is, girl who's going to be in the upcoming Morbius film. You also had John C. McClane from Office Space fame. So, yeah. You even had Sean Gunn, who's of course James Gunn's brother. You had Michael Rooker was also in this. David Schmalin, who of course plays Polka Dot Man in the new Suicide Squad film. He was so good in this. Greg Henry was also in this. You had loads of really cool players. I mean, this movie is let me just say, the kills in this thing are insane. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go too much details because I don't know how many people still have seen it, because sadly the film's not really well known or anything. But The Belko Experiment is such a fun film to watch. The kills are just so awesome. I mean, this movie is such a gory film. I remember watching this thing on the big screen, not really knowing too much about it, and I had such a fun time. This is one of the most fun horror films I've had watched. One of the most fun times of a horror film I've seen in theaters. It's such an awesome one. It's so cool. I mean, Greg McLean, this is probably my favorite movie he's directed. Like, Wolf Creek was okay and all, but Belko Experiment is definitely his best work. And I mean, what James Gunn was able to do with this film, script-wise, was cool. I mean, him going from Guardians of the Galaxy to scripting this, interesting turnaround right there. So yeah, I mean, if you guys have never really seen the Belko Experiment, I'm not really sure where you can find it nowadays. But the soundtrack, by the way, is really cool. I mean, you got like a Spanish version of California Dreaming, and you also got a Spanish version of I Will Survive. So pretty cool right there. But the ending is also really cool. The ending actually felt like Cabin in the Woods in a weird way. But that aside, if you guys have never really seen the Belko Experiment, like I said, it's just Office Space meets a Battle Royale. I mean, this is pretty much a kill or be kill film, you know. But yeah, definitely give this one a go if you guys haven't seen it. Anyway, let me lead you guys. Have you ever seen the Belko Experiment? If so, what's your story? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Synopsis.